Good morning, student. How are you all? All of you fine? Okay. So today we learn about a very interesting and easy poem, and that is the poem name is Comparison. Comparison poem. It is very easy and interesting. Okay, let's begin the poem. Comparison. Actually, the poet is unknown. Unknown means anonymous. We don't know about the poem, but it is very interesting poem. First of all, we understand our meaning comparison. Who can tell me what is the meaning of comparison? Yes, you. Very good. Comparison means when you compare two things, they must have at least one common feature. For example, when we compare a spaceship and a snail, we consider only their speed. The poet has described different features objects which have one common things. Now I am going to explain you line-wise explanation of this poem. Now see the first two lines of the poem. Fast as a spaceship, slow as a snail. In this line, the poet has compared. What does the poet compare here? The poet has compared the speed of the spaceship and the speed of the snail. These are two different things. The poet has compared these two different things, showing one common features aspect, that is speed. So what is the compare things between spaceship and snail? The common things are compare their speed. Now, big as a dinosaur, small as a snake. In this line, the poet has compared dinosaurs and snail size. It means the size of dinosaur is very huge and the size of snail is very small. So here in this line, the poet it has compared the size of dinosaur and the size of snail. So what is the comparison between dinosaur and snail in form of their size? Okay, next slide. Fierce as a tiger, gentle as a lamb. Fierce as a tiger, gentle as a lamb. Fierce Fear is a character of a tiger. So tiger nature is very attacking, aggressive, and opposite gentle as a lamb means very polite. Gentle means is very polite. So compare between the swear means acidic. So here taste of lemon is acidic and taste of jam. Compare here. How is the taste of lemon? The taste of lemon is sour and taste of jam is sweet. There in this line the poet has different things, that is lemon and jam are compared there, which have one common thing is that their taste. Okay, next line up. Dry as the desert, wet as the sea. As you know that the characteristic of the desert, which is the feature of the deserts means we see there no water, no vegetation, no plantation. In opposite side, sea. It is an opposite side about the sea. We just see the water. So here is comparison between presence of water. Next line up. Square as a house, round as a pea. Means square as a house and round as a pea. Hence, here as you can see in this line, the shape of house is square and the shape of pea is round. The poet has compared the shape of house is square and how the shape of pea is round, which have one common thing, that is their shape. Next line up. Cool as a cave, warm as a toast. Cool as a cave, warm as a toast. Cool as a cave. Cave means you know that whenever we inside the cave, the temperature of inside the cave, it is very cool. But the temperature of the toast, it is very the temperature of the toast, it is very warm. So warm as a toast and cool as a cave. So here the poet has compared temperature, how the temperature of the cave is very cool and how the temperature of the toast is very warm. So the common things between cave and toast is their temperature. Okay, next line up. Noisy as a road drill, quiet as a ghost. Noisy as a road drill, quiet as a ghost. Noisy means too much sound. Noisy means too much sound. Noisy as round trip means that machine were used to that dig the road. So that is road drill, and that time we can listen too much sound. So road drill is very noisy and quiet as a ghost. You see in movie, in there is ghost is inside a dark room. We cannot hear, we cannot see, not listen. There is anything. So the poet has described here quiet as a ghost, and when there is round drill, how much their sound. The poet has compared the sound of road the poet has compared the sound of road drill and how the quietness of, or how the without sound of ghost presence. The poet wanted show the one common things, presence of the sound. Okay, next slide. Strong as an ox, weak as kitten. Strong as an ox, weak as a kitten. Strong means powerful, very powerful, and weak is kitten. So here, what does the comparison show? Strong as an ox, and it shows that how the ox is physically strong, powerful. So it shows, and its kitten is very physically powerless. Next line up. Hard as a rock, soft as a metal. Hard is rock and soft as a metal. So here, hardness and softness, these are two characteristics. So what does it show? How the softness and hardness, these two things are compared by giving the example of rock and the metal. So metal and rock are two different things. Compare here which have one common things, their firmness. Okay. Next line are. Dark as a tunnel. Light as the moon. Dark as a tunnel, light as the moon. Of the poem, the poet has summarized. The poet has given the central idea of this poem at the end of the two lines. The world is full of opposite. So think of some yourself. The word is full of opposite. So think of some yourself. The poet had just described the so many things where are totally opposite each other, but one common things. So in short, what we can say the central idea of the poem is that in this world there are so many opposite things. There are so many dissimilarity things, but have one common thing. So the poet has compared all opposite things, most of the opposite things. So student, I am giving you homework. I hope you have understand